So, are older women more attractive than younger women? All right. Pearl Davis and Lauren Chen are going to discuss. Let's get it.
You were very specific in how you phrased
I
that.
said, I said,
35, you did a video saying 35-year-old women are uglier. And so,
is that true?
well,
Is that true or untrue?
what you mean, and you would be correct if you said it, is that a woman at 25 is more attractive than she is at 35. But at the end
No,
of the
no,
day,
I said
and this
exactly
is,
what I meant. That was exactly, is that 35-year-old women are uglier than 25-year-old
and so this is what
women.
the truth is.
But this is tone policing.
Attractive. No, it's
Pearl,
not.
beauty's on the inside.
No, it's not on the inside. It's not tone policing. The fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is
Is it true?
Pretty
Yes or no?
people
Is it
are
true?
ugly. Pretty people are uglier than ugly people. So men will absolutely choose an eight
people?
who's 24
Yeah, I think she
over a 4.
Well, you
who's,
said pretty people. Did you mean something else?
Oh, sorry.
No,
pretty people
fertility-
are more attractive.
Fertility
than,
is one of the number one things that men select on. There's even a Patrice O'Neill joke where he says like a hot 18-year-old is always going to be hotter than a 30-year-old.
Didn't you have a
You were very specific in how you phrased that.
I said,
35. You did a video saying 35-year-old women are uglier. And so,
is that true?
well, what
Is that true or untrue?
what you mean, and you would be correct if you said it, is that a woman at 25 is more attractive than she is at 35. But at the end
No,
of the
no,
day,
I said
and this
exactly
is,
what I meant. That was exactly, is that
That's one thing I like about Pearl. Like she speaks her mind, man. Like there have been some things questionable about how she treated some of her quote unquote employees in the past and stuff, but I'm not gonna get into all that. But one thing I will give her is that she stands on her 10 toes, man. Like when she reels into a topic, she doesn't let go. All right. And you can tell by Lauren Chen's face that she doesn't stand 10 toes down. What you mean, like what you meant to say was no, no. Pro said no. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. All right, and that's objectively true. Like you can't be a 35-year-old and think that you're gonna be as cute as you were at 25. You just can't. You just can't. This is why, ladies, you have to have won by the time you hit 29. And by one meaning you gotta be married by that point because 28 you're pushing it now because you're no longer as quite as beautiful as you once were when you were 22, 23. I think 23 is the apex of a woman's beauty. 23, 23. So when you hit 23, well actually when you hit 35, you're 12 years removed from there, right? And pro said another thing where it's like men look at fertility as well. And that's absolutely true. Men absolutely look at fertility, right? Because we know that once you hit 35, geriatric pregnancy, and we know that. See, this is what men fear, right? When it comes to older women, it's not just the beauty that we look at. We look at your snapback time, right? We're looking at a few things, ladies, and I need you guys to understand. Number one, if you're a woman that doesn't ordinarily work out and you're 35, you're not going to work out after you have a child. It's done. It's over with. It just gets exceedingly worse from there. You're not going to work out. You're not going to snap back. You're just not. If working out isn't in your DNA already, it's not going to be. It's certainly not going to be in your DNA after you have a child with all that stress and stuff. But if working out was already in your DNA, this is something that you do. It's a life. It's a lifestyle. Because I have a friend of mine whose wife works out religiously, and she has 2 children. No, she has 3 kids. You would never tell. You would never be able to tell. Like she's super fit. She's really fit, right? And she works out all the time. But this is something that she did before marriage, so she's committed to the whole thing. The second thing that we look at is geriatric pregnancy. We know that the health of the child isn't quite as secure once you hit 35. But then we also look at menopause. Menopause. So let's say you're 35 years old and now you want to have a child, blah, blah, blah. 2 years, let's say we start dating at 35, it's going to take us 2 years to date, that's 37. But let's say you have a baby at 38. You definitely ain't going to snap back into shape because you are what you already are. But then you got like 6 more years before menopause kicks in. 6 more years. bruh. So these are all the things that we look at, right? And then the fact that it's just facially you start to accumulate more fat, you more wrinkles, you hair loss and all that good stuff. So it's yeah, this is why men would typically pick a younger woman versus picking an older woman. And so it's sad, but it's an unfortunate truth. So I tell women, God gives you your beauty, right, in your earlier years, and God gives man his value in the later years, right? So it's finding that balance. It's finding that balance. So ladies, in your 20s, you better lock a man down, and you better have kids. You want to have kids when you're young so you can snap back quicker, so you can have your life, right? Once you're 40 and those kids are like, say, 16, 17, bruh, they out the house. You still 40. You still young. You and your husband can still have some fun. You start waiting until you're 35, 38. Now you're 53, you're done. All right? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, subscribe. Are older women more attractive than the younger women? Right? Now, one thing I will say is older women, they do kind of are more experienced in bed, so they can probably give you a better time in bed. Right? But that does not negate all the negatives that come with older women. So let me know what you guys think. We talk about divorce matters because divorce actually matters. Peace.